Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming along. We'd love to see you in October for our workshop. My name is Zsófia Szemerédy, or Zsófia. I'm Hungarian and British as well. I'm one of the co-founders of Grandits Production, and our company is a sustainability consultancy. You either may have come across it in the industry, or hopefully you will work with us in the future. We tend to work on tentpole productions and high-end TV shows, but we also focus on domestic productions in Central Eastern Europe and beyond. Our approach is very holistic. We're really keen on delivering not just sustainability from an economical perspective and a carbon perspective, but from a social perspective. That's why we're super happy that Djamila and Green Eyes are joining forces on this course. And what else to say about us? Beyond just working on productions, we also work across the entire film industry. So the holistic view also comes in there. So we advise film funds, we do research and development, and we're looking at script development from a sustainability point of view and tax incentives. And so our kind of interest will be translated into the entire course across the week if you attend. So you will be introduced to ESG regulations, you will be introduced to what happens in a small production and what happens in a larger production from a sustainability point of view, just to give you some examples. And you will have a very exciting, I think it will be the longest workshop out of all the modules. You will have one on script and sustainability as well.
Hi, my name is Djamila Grandits. I'm super happy to co-direct the course with Zsófia and Green Eyes. So we'll have this really holistic approach, bringing the green sustainability together with the social sustainability, talking a lot about diversity, equity, and inclusion, accessibility, workplace organization, modes of working together, and how all those things also translate formally into film production and writing, as well as the organizational part, the funding part. So really aiming to create this comprehensive and very inclusive approach where social sustainability gets graspable, but also very applicable on the respective fields and questions that you're coming along with. I'm a Vienna-based curator and film programmer working with, amongst other, Berlinale, Diagonale, and on a funding body with Zürcher Filmstiftung in Switzerland. Further than that, doing a lot of exhibition work and practice as well, as doing a lot of moderational work, but I'm as well part of an institution that is Vienna-based that is called the Arts Project Office for Diversity, that we do consulting, conceptualizing with when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and opening processes of cultural institutions locally, but also in larger corporations. With this comprehensive program that covers for 2.5 days the ecological and green side of sustainability applicable to all the respective work fields that you're coming from, really bringing together aspects from production to script writing to organization. And then we have a day of intersection where we together conceptualize the program that actually makes graspable that social sustainability and ecological sustainability are inseparable and always to be thought together and very much codependent. And from there, there's 1.5 more days where we'll be talking about social sustainability, meaning diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility in the farthest sense, workplace organization, mental health, and modes of working and organizing.
So the outcome of this course is, what we're hoping for is that all of you who come and attend the week and the online course with us will find your own leverage point. Most of you are in management position, in a position where you make decisions in your life. You're either a producer, you work for a film fund, or you're a creative filmmaker. Either way, each and one of us have our own leverage point and what we can do about sustainability. And the most important thing, what we're going to find in this course is how you can find your own leverage point and where you can make the biggest impact in terms of your work life and even perhaps your personal life. That's completely up to you.
When talking sustainability, we often only think about ecological sustainability, but it's inseparable from social sustainability and also accessibility. The question is really, how do we design our work environments? How do we work together? What decisions do we take in order to work better and better together? And I think the idea of this course is really to dissect all the different levels of decision making, but also of creative formal expressions that can serve and enhance a more socially sustainable work environment, but also more socially sustainable productions and works, as well as more socially sustainable environments of protection and receptive.
So I believe some of the biggest takeaways will be what we already talked about. One is finding your own leverage point, which is always a personal journey for all of us. I keep finding my leverage point in every production, and it's usually very different to the previous one I worked on. And I also believe some of the other takeaways for you as a participant will be just hearing each other out and seeing that either a problem is similar or very different, but we can learn from it. So we will have participants all across the globe from different countries, from different backgrounds, from all kinds of sectors of the film industry, and it will be extremely valuable to learn from each other and to learn from each other's experience and what their challenges are. And I think you can learn from it when the challenges are similar, because that will show you something, but you can also learn from it when the challenges are very different, because that will show you the differences between regions and how we don't always have the same struggles. So I think these will be some of the most important things you will experience.
So what we're aiming for is a joint understanding for the inseparability of different sustainability aspects. So really learning on how and why social sustainability, ecological sustainability, financial sustainability, accessibility are inseparable and very much interweaved and entangled. And by looking at those very specific aspects from different angles, having a look at storytelling as well as on production, as well as on funding, and also coming together, sharing from our respective places, contexts, and practices to learn from each other, but also together in kind of situating this question on how a socially sustainable or a sustainable in general practice within the industry could look like, and how we could together move towards a more sustainable industry. So the course is really aiming for industry practitioners from all departments and all levels and stages of engagement with film to participate, meaning people from funding bodies, people working in production, creative film producers, directors, script writers, but even people on the creative positions are very, very welcome, because the idea is really to together reflect on where those topics come into play, and also the experts that we have invited for you to learn from and learn with are really covering this very big bandwidth of practices themselves that can then be back translated to your respective fields.
We welcome everyone from the entire audiovisual sector, whether you're working in TV, broadcast, film, production, or commercials at all, even in socials, because there's a lot more storytelling happening in socials now in the TikTok world. So we welcome everyone who works in this creative sector and is interested in implementing change within their field. Make sure you submit your application on time and you put in why you're interested in coming along and your personal drive, why sustainability matters to you, and why you're hoping to grow more and learn more about, which fields are the ones that are interesting specifically to you, what you think you'd like to learn more, and you can apply it in the future in your job, because that will help us bring the best workshops and panels to you as well.
As you might have seen, the early bird deadline is ending by July 14th, and we can't wait to receive the first applications from your side and going deeper in also co-creating the space of who's going to join us in Vienna to get a think and talk and exchange upon all kinds of practices on sustainability.